What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And today I'm actually posting two different Western New York Wednesday reviews. Earlier today, I posted a review from the Resurgence Brewing Company, and it was their Irish Breakfast Ale. Spoilers, quite delicious. And now I'm reviewing a beer from the Thin Man Brewery, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their Mecha Boodle. So this is a sour ale that is brewed with raspberries, comes in at 5.4% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, there is no canned on date, but I did pick this up within the last, what has it been, 5 days or so. So this is probably no older than about a week old or so, based on when they canned it. So Mecha Boodle is basically their Minkey Boodle, but with double the fruit. Now, their Minkey Boodle, I already reviewed on the channel. Damn tasty beer, super crushable, just, raspberry sour. There's no lactose, there's no crazy sweetness, just super crushable, a lot of raspberry, pretty big tartness. Damn tasty beer. That's kind of been like a staple sour now here in Buffalo. You can find it everywhere in grocery stores, Wegmans and whatnot. But they released this one, and they basically just said it's Minkey Boodle with double the fruit. So double the fruit. I mean, the base one already has a ton of raspberries. So I'm interested to see how this one tastes. So let's crack this one open, get it into a can. Let's crack this one, get it into a glass. I don't know what I'm doing. 2 reviews in one day for the Western New York Wednesday. I'm actually not filming these on the same day, but just, yeah, oh my God. So that pours out like straight up raspberry juice. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Actually, I'm going to pour most of it in here. I want to see if there's any goodies at the bottom. I want to get all the goodies, you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, raspberry ale. Yep, that pours out this straight up like purple violet looking color. Wow, I can smell it from here. Holy shit, there's a lot of raspberries. There's more raspberries in this than Minkey Boodle. Not just because they told me there were, just I can smell it. Anyway, super murky and turbid, straight up, we'll just say violet color. It has a finger of this really creamy looking pink colored head, but that looks like a beer that would have raspberries. And that's kind of what I said about the Minkey Boodle. I was like, yeah, that looks like the raspberries. There's no, extraction, whatever. This is straight on raspberries. Let's get a nose. Yeah, it's fucking raspberry jam. The one issue I had with Minkey Boodle, and I don't know if I'm going to call it an issue because it's more of a personal preference, right? Like all these beers are in all these beer reviews. For me, when it came down to Minkey Boodle, I really liked the raspberry character. I liked the tartness. I thought it was a well-made beer. I wanted a little bit more sweetness, like whether it was a touch of lactose or just something to bump up the sweetness. That's kind of what I wanted. This smells like it has more sweetness, maybe just because they're using more raspberry, but excuse me, this doesn't smell like a super tart, acidic kind of raspberry. This is like raspberry jam, like all the raspberries. It smells tart, but it's jammy raspberries. There's literally nothing else to say. This is just raspberry jam in beer form. It smells fucking dynamite. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. Yeah. This is a no-frills raspberry sour. Oh, and it has a high tart, low sourness to it. Wow. Going for one more sip here. Actually, let me pour the rest in, just see if there's any goodies at the bottom. I mean, I have a tendency to forget to do that in a lot of reviews where I have some left over. Yeah, this is Minkey Boodle, but on like steroids. It's, first off, body. This is like medium to higher side medium body. There is a thickness here. There is somewhat of a viscosity. It's not quite like a fruit smoothie, but you can tell they're using a lot of raspberries, and it definitely bumps up the body. The mouthfeel, it has a good carbonation. This is the one, again, this is not like your fruit smoothie beer. This is not a beer, for the most part, that, is going to have this crazy smooth and smooth and creamy mouthfeel, because they're not using lactose. They're not using anything to really bump up that mouthfeel. It's crisp. It's carbonated. There's a nice smoothness, but it's not creamy or really super soft. Body, mouthfeel are fine, what I kind of expect out of this beer. The taste, though, it's raspberries. And in the nose, I was saying more jam. On the palate, it's more tart. Like, and I mentioned this in the Minkey Boodle. It's like you got a bushel of raspberries, and you're eating them, and you get one sweet one, then you get a tart one, a sweet one, tart one. That's a nice balance of the tartness. and the sweetness you get from raspberries. And it's all raspberries, omnipresent throughout the palate. Right up front, though, hit with a pretty big tartness that carries on through the palate. Midway through the palate, it starts drying out to a decent degree, like a semi-dry finish. Yeah, semi-dry finish. There's no bitterness at all to speak of. I don't think there was any really in Minkey Boodle as well. Yeah, this is delicious. Here's the thing. Before I rate it, let's talk about price point availability. Availability, I think these were brewery only. They have 3 breweries now, Thin Man, on Elmwood Ave in Buffalo, Chandler Street in Buffalo, and then Transit Road, I believe in Williamsville is technically where it's located. I picked this one at the Transit Road location. I really think Minkey Boodle is a fantastic beer. I think Minkey Boodle is one of the better just like sours, kind of like year-round sours that you could find, like I said, Wegmans and all over Western Europe. And I believe a 4-pack of that is 15, 16 bucks somewhere, maybe even 17. So let's say 15, 17 bucks for that 4-pack. I paid for this one, I think it was $23.99 for the 4-pack. They say small batch. They're using double the fruit. So I get the bump up in price. To me, is this beer worth an extra $5 to $7 for a 4-pack? Probably not for me, personally. It's definitely better than Minkey Boodle. But how much better? Is it better by $1.50, $2 a can? I don't think it is. It's just personal preference, though. It's still quite tasty. So I gave Minkey Boodle a 4.25 out of 5. I don't think this gets, oh man. I'm not going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. I think this deserves a high 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to give this a 4.35 out of 5. So Mecha Boodle from Thin Man, 4.35 out of 5. Is that a damn good score? You bet your bottom dollar it is. Is it a damn good beer? Yes. Is it better than Minkey Boodle? Yes. Is it cost efficient in comparison to Minkey Boodle? For me, I don't think it is. If I should have probably, I want to do a comparison between this and the regular Minkey Boodle side by side just to see. Maybe my puny brain and my memory is just failing me right now. But I really like Minkey Boodle, and I think this is a nice step up from Minkey Boodle, but I don't think it's a nice step up to the tune of $5 to $7 more per 4-pack. Again, that's the way I look at it. So, yeah, anyway, $23.99 a 4-pack. I don't... Now when Minkey Boodle is, 16, 17 bucks a 4-pack, it's not for me. You can't do it. Anyway, really good beer. So if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Like I said, this just came out. At the time of review, it's been out for, like I said, less than a week pretty much. And by the time I post this review, it's going to be out for maybe like a week and a half. So I'm sure a lot of people will be trying this one. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy this one. I do. I just don't think for the price that it's worth it when you're talking about Minkey Boodle being out there for a substantially lower price. Anyway, even though it sounds like the last 2 or 3 minutes I'm like shitting on this beer, I'm not, because I think it's tasty. I just don't think the price point matches up with what I'm tasting. But to each their own. Like I always say, a lot of people give me shit for liking froth beers, and they're crazy expensive, but they do make good beers. So I get it. You got to factor in price. A lot of people when you're buying stuff, because money matters. So I would personally say if you like Minkey Boodle, I don't think it's worth the extra, like I said, $5 to $7 to pick this one up. It's just not. But anyway, enough of that. Again, if you've had this one, let me know what you think about it. I think it's a damn delicious beer. I'm going to go finish the rest of this and enjoy every second of it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another Western Europe Wednesday. Be on the lookout next Wednesday for another installment. And until then, cheers.